We're out here today with the Yakama Nation Wildlife Resource Management Program bison herd, Suthlam, which is owned by the creator and managed by the Yakama Nation Wildlife Program. And we're here today to discuss significance and the reasons behind why this animal, this very cultural, significant animal, has returned back to the homeland of our Yakama people. Many might say that it's because of maybe Western, civilized, modern economics. Some might say it's a business venture that we get into management and taking care of utilizing this sacred animal. And some of that may be true. The way that the bison returned certainly would be a testimony to that fact. But for many of our people, the Suthlam has returned to our people for a very significant reason. The first and foremost reason is the history of our people has always dictated that religion has played a major role in how we lived as a people. And that religion was the center, along with the language, the food, the water. And we hope that even though a lot of our people may not actually partake in the eating and of this animal and the product that it has, the meat, that spiritually that this animal brings something here to our homeland, and that it would help sanctify all those teachings, legends, stories that have come from our old people, the elders. We have probably one of the highest rates of diabetes and heart problems among all people, not only in this country but in the world. And it has been proven that this animal plays a big role in helping to heal that sickness. There's another reason why, and that someday we hope to be able to provide this animal to every home on our homeland here, our reservation, that it could be a daily part of their meal, their nutrition, and that it could help instill that goodness and good health feeling.
Ana chichi ba atlawisha sinwit Suthlam Miki and gus Suthlam iwa wiat knik ti cham knik kunawa naksh watit nimi o walsak iwa twakstumi nimi patimash pa nakiwa twakstumi ishapawach aka anaku mi spilyay iwina na iku ni nakpawa nakmak ni namak awanik nka tunх ki wanikt ki knak panishat wat aslaba ti champa naknak itstawaksha Suthlam kuknak iwiyak inu na tawak inu pa minashmak awacha matao pat takun ma Ishtamak, Ayatmak, Miuchmi, Kogiwinanu na kunak miuchnan, Suslomnan, na aumas payu, Trechnani, Ichi Shekh Enopa, Imin, Mianashmak. Misnas anak tochtach nai in mikan ti chamkan as krin kyanau isach kumadas kunak sabat stawachta palalai tsulam ku wiat isa nagoshi pruphina wins ku shapnia papa Watsoimanan mispam prisha inaktuhat asa pamichi winsnam pimiu ti chamia ku knakpam awan yanita mianash ku knakpa sabat tawachta nimi anagust tawach cha badat kakhna aku spiliai toen ook. En dan kus die lach na, maar dan zit ik dan niet daar. Ciao nacho na mispiach na get tawachen gaan mimi. Mistu niet na toen wani mit kwadat. Kutun taut nuk. Knak ook. En ama dan zit ni mit kwadat niet daar. Kubam tuanata ba nau ku pshutin tmaima man auna shikhit kwadat inisha auna paislak ashapaha itachna kubama tuanata chabat kakhna tuanat kuba atlaw ya pshit pau nam tamanwi tawanyuta koko ba na miuchin I au nam batwanata kunam pahat an skui tumnan chiwita chao nam at swainuta Chao no awa patwinta. Kuk amku naunak ita pahat anwik an chamis anwik skui kunam chao yakstikta kunam aku knak pathananu tauku in mima mianashma kumis aku naks an skui satpa patminu na aku tmaima spiliainan oi tau Sheikh papnuna kunip di paskuipa manat khanana auna awinawita ku wat oima wan shkwe tikuya satpak kukhenan yaspilai dako mistun wi prekhenam ko kunip di paskuipa pachupama pencahi tauna pak itaut konin aku pinaisi koinnya once dia aku hui bina itu sepilih ada guys bina cakuk sak pinip di pas kue paku laimut mencahi aku taut konina bina cakal panya satai ke Wait, kuya once. Daw ko sway na ako spilyay. Ko bukan kada Charles ko ni sikwata. Ko akit. Ko pakati pas ko pa. Mau ko pas kanut papnu na. Ku kau spilyay cha miskin nantiyo ko punikasana ko watoy manan naksan ka. Ku kau ko ko makacay ka patutan na tiyo ko batok na. Iko sitkana na spilyay wait. Twin at hanana. Kuhawaha. Ako iwet hana siya na ako na gustong squeeze ko pa. Na gustong susam. Twin nawi awi na. Ako kuhawaha. Kukikwa. Watwit siya na ako chit push. Watwitsniku hawhachawi atauko slamthawacha. Uhauki wacha spilyay kugututanikat at tawaknich na tanwatpa. Kutpus simaka wacha. Takun spilyay paisit nansiwi taknay pakati paikunak satpa. Kutlakawkit kanadaknay susam. Kunkin knakuch na watak na palalay susam. Siyaw na ako winatak na ikuni. Ano ko siya ko bago ka na mimi pawun patak ka na knak ikun kumanaktok na kamaw ko nukut. Ikusit ka na ni ko aksbilya iwa kustika kay wa sway na. That's why we don't have buffalo over here, because Coyote just could not hold himself back and follow the rules that Chief Buffalo gave him. So that's the end of the story. The buffalo around here was quite, you might say, valued by the elders, because they used it for robes and things like that. It was, especially in weather like this, it was really beneficial to have a buffalo robe, because it's a lot warmer than the deer hides and things, you know. And I think if you see some real old pictures, like the first pictures that anthropologists kind of drew, or the first pioneers that came around here, they made sketches. The elders were wearing buffalo hides, you know. Well, I never thought too much about that until I was going around doing interviews, and I ran into this one old lady that did a movie for us where she skinned a deer. She didn't really use her knife very much. She pulled it off, the deer. And where she had a little problem, she just barely used her knife and then keep pulling till she pulled all that off the deer. It was a movie. And all the time she was doing it, she was talking Indian and telling us why she was doing it this way. But she said, we women are the caretakers of the hides. We process it, we make clothing with it, and we want to make sure that there are no holes in it. That's why we're careful about the way we skin the deer. And then she said that a long time ago they took women with them when they went buffalo hunting so that the women could skin the deer and the buffalo. I get my animals mixed up. Skin the buffalo while the men were killing the buffalo, and the women would follow up and skin, because the women skin without leaving any flesh on the hide. Because if you leave flesh on the hide, then you get maggots and it smells. She says it's very important that you take that hide off. There's another little surface there between the hide and the flesh, and you have to go over that part so that you don't get flesh on your hide. That's skinning anything, you know. So most of the time we used our hands to jerk it off, but on the buffalo they had to use their flint knives, you know, before they start using knives. So that's why when they brought it back, then they tanned it, or they tanned it maybe where they were.
How did your mom use her buffalo hides? What did she use them for?
I guess she preserved their meat, and just like deer meat or elk meat, they dried it, preparing it for the winter months. And the robes they kept, you know, what they used for bedding and stuff.
Yeah, I told them it's a mattress.
Yeah. You know, they usually use it for mattress or cover their bedding with that robes. They also use the buffalo robe as doing the burial of a person. They wrapped them up. Not like today, we put them in a box. That time they didn't know how to make boxes or coffins. My mother used to tell me about the buffalo trips that they used to take over through Idaho into Montana area, the plains area, seeking buffaloes. And those people were pretty hostile around that part of the country. They didn't want us in there. There'd be Indian wars going on all the time. And the buffaloes, you know, as far as I remember, they said there was a way to hunt those things. He said there was people that were hunting those buffaloes on horses. They had to watch their feet, or the gait was going, whether it was to the left or to the right. The important part of it is watching their feet at the front, the feet of the buffalo, which way the feet was going. If it was going to the left, you didn't want to ride against the buffalo on the right side, because he was able to turn and hook your horse really easy. If the feet was to the right, then you rode on the left side of the buffalo. So you shoot them with the arrow, or you speared them. And this is how they kill their buffaloes.
Chairman of the Yakama Nation, Philip W. Alney, Waniksha Ikes. All right. Well, you were working with the Yakama Nation Wildlife. It's my understanding you had an opportunity to interact with these buffalo out there on West Wapato. Could you share some of your experiences?
Yes, probably 10 or 11 years ago, we acquired Sultan buffalo from one of our former leaders. I'll call him Chief Harvey Adams. He had a small herd of buffalo, and I think when we first acquired them from him, he wanted to get rid of them because he was getting elderly and couldn't take care of them. And I think we acquired them from him for a gift, more or less. And I think we started out with 12 head. They were getting to the point of interbreeding. But we got a bull, herd bull, and managed to get them out there West Wapato and started with about 12 or 13 head, as I remember, all old cows and one old bull. We bought another big herd.
Where we go from here is, it's up to our people, where we go from here. How much importance actually doing something for the future of these magnificent sacred animals. We have a lot of ideas. We've had people from all over the country come here and want us to venture into a business raising the buffalo. We envision the future of this herd growing to anywhere from 200 to 250 animals, so that we would be able to provide it into the homes of our people and also offer it to the public, that the public would be able to enjoy this animal just like we do, and that it would be a part of their life, and also the healing part too, because it's not just for our native people but for all people. Diabetes knows no boundaries. Heart disease knows no boundaries. And so hopefully if we can get it into the non-native home, if they need it, they're willing to enjoy it and rely on its abundant healing powers, then we are more than willing to do that in the future as well. But it's a matter of our leadership and their wishes and desires, and whatever direction that they issue to us to go forward, and we'll certainly provide whatever information they need to make that kind of a decision. But the Suslam is home, the Suslam is back, and it's going to be here for a long time.